By the end of this video, you're going to know the exact difference between one-time projects and retainers, which one to use and when, and how to turn a one-time client into $3,000 a month in recurring income without making it pushy or weird. And the reason why most builders never get there is actually pretty simple. Someone tells you to get retainers, someone else says start with one-time projects, and both are correct. They're just in different stages of your business, and nobody tells you what stage you're actually in, and that's what we're going to fix today. Now, there's one thing I'm going to show you later that most AI builders completely skip over. It's the reason why some people hit $10,000 a month in a couple months, while others stay stuck doing good work that never compounds into anything stable. I'll get to that in a bit. And if you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you'll find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll get direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions you might have. The link is down below. All right, so let me just say what I think is probably going on for most people who are watching this. You know how to build. You can build AI agents and connect tools in ways that genuinely save businesses time and money. But instead of reaching out to businesses, you're building another demo that nobody asked for. You're rewriting your offer for the 4th time. You're going back and forth on whether to charge a setup fee or a monthly fee or some combination of both. And I get it, because I did the same thing for months. I remember sitting there at my laptop, tweaking an automation that I thought was going to be the thing, the one that would make people actually want to hire me. And I'd go back to it, tweak something else, add another feature, convince myself I was making progress. But I wasn't making progress, I was hiding. Here's the thing, the stuff holding me back wasn't that I didn't know enough. It was that I hadn't actually done anything yet. Not a single outreach message sent, just a bunch of impressive automations that no one was ever gonna pay for. And that's the real bottleneck for most people in this space. They stay in build mode too long, and by the time they're ready to sell, they've burned weeks on stuff that hasn't really moved their business forward. And I know exactly what some of you are thinking, but I need to have everything figured out before I can start reaching out. I need to know exactly what I'm selling. I need to have my pricing dialed in. No, you don't. You need a few conversations with real business owners who have real problems. That's what actually teaches you what to sell and how to price it. Let me ask you something. Think about where you were 6 months ago. You were learning, building, getting better. Now think of where you are today. If you're being honest with yourself, it's not that different. Maybe you know more, maybe your builds are cleaner, but the income situation probably looks about the same. And if nothing actually changes, 6 months from now, you'll still be in that same spot. Still at the job, still on the commute, still telling yourself that you'll start reaching out once the offer feels right. The uncomfortable part is that ready doesn't ever come before you actually start. It comes after you've done it a few times and seen that it actually works. There's no version of this where you think your way into confidence. You have to go get it. Every week spent over preparing is a week that someone with less technical skills than you is out there closing deals. Not because they're smarter or more technical, because they took action. And this is where most people get it wrong. They approach it as which model is better, one-time project or retainer. But that's not really the right question. Retainers aren't better than one-time projects. One-time projects aren't better than retainers. They do completely different jobs at completely different stages of your business. The right question is just which one fits for where I am right now. Because if you try to force retainers before you've built any proof, clients say no. And then you think your pitch is broken or your offer is wrong, when really it's just a timing issue. Okay, so here's the simplest way to think about it. One-time projects get you in the game, retainers keep you in the game. And that's really it. Projects are how you get your first few clients, build real proof, and develop the kind of confidence that only comes from actually delivering something. Retainers are how you stop starting from zero every month and have something consistent coming in. And you need both, but you need them in that order. And the reason why that order matters so much is because of something I'm about to show you. When you have no clients and no case studies yet, your biggest problem is that nobody knows that you can deliver. And a business owner who's never heard of you isn't going to commit to a monthly payment before they've seen any results. Put yourself in their shoes for a second. You show up, say you do AI automation, but there's nothing to back it up yet. And now you're asking them to pay you every month. That's a hard yes to get. But a one-time project at a fixed price? That's a completely different conversation. They pay once, you build the thing, they see if it works. The risk is lower, getting a yes is way easier. And that's why one-time projects are the fastest way to get to that first yes. Not because they pay more, but because they lower the barrier of entry enough for someone who doesn't know you yet to take a chance. And once they do and you deliver, you have something you can't fake. Real proof. I remember landing my first real client, real estate marketing. They needed an AI agent to handle lead gen and appointment scheduling. And I had built something virtually identical before for a presentation. So I applied, showed them exactly what I had done, demoed it live, and closed the deal. That one project changed every conversation that I had after that. because now I had something to point to. And honestly, there's something that happens to you personally when you deliver your first real project that nobody really talks about. Your confidence goes to a different level, and that version of you charges differently, talks differently, and doesn't apologize for their rates. You can't shortcut your way there. You have to earn it. Now here's where most people get stuck. And this is the part I really want you to remember. They close a project, do a good job, the client's happy, and then they go find another project and another one. But 6 months later, they're still starting from zero every month. January, they close something. February, back to zero. Same cycle over and over. And it's not because they're not technical enough. It's because they're only ever doing one-off work with no ongoing income. And that's the problem retainers solve. And a retainer is way simpler than it sounds. It just means that the client pays you every month because the work you did doesn't stop being useful after you built it. Think about it like this. You built an AI system that handles their lead follow-up. It's running. It's working. They're getting appointments booked automatically. But things change. Their messaging needs to be updated. A new use case comes up. The tool that you integrated pushes an update that breaks something. That's just how technology works. And AI systems especially. And this is where most builders get it wrong. The best retainers don't come from pitching monthly plans to new clients. They come from one-time projects that actually worked. So here's what actually happens. You build something for a client, it goes live, everything's working, and then real life kicks in. Something breaks. They want improvements, or they want to add something new. AI systems aren't set it and forget it. They need someone who knows how they work to keep them running smoothly over time. And at that point, you don't have to convince the client that you're valuable. You already proved it. Now it's just a simple conversation. Something like, hey, now that this is live, I can keep this running for you, fix anything that breaks, and keep improving it over time. Most of my clients pay me monthly for that. A lot of them say yes, because the other option is them trying to manage something that they don't understand, and they really don't want to deal with that. The mistake I see all the time is people trying to sell retainers to brand new clients before showing them anything. The client says no, and then the builder thinks that price is the problem. And it's usually not. It's usually that the trust just isn't there yet. Build first, show results, then have the conversation. So here's how you connect the two. You close a one-time project, you build something solid, and the client's happy. And then you ask yourself one simple question. Does this need to keep running? Does it need updates, fixes, improvements? Almost every real AI system does. And that's your moment. You're not selling something new, you're just continuing what already works. Hey, now that this is live, let's keep it running smoothly and improving it. Want to set something up monthly? That's it. And this is why your first retainer clients are usually people who've already paid you once, because the trust is already there. All right, so here's what this actually looks like in practice. Start by closing 2 to 4 one-time projects. Just businesses you can actually help and get paid by. At this stage, you're not chasing money. You're just trying to prove that you can do this. And let me be specific about what I mean by one-time projects here. I'm talking about builds that have a clear scope, a clear deliverable, and a clear endpoint. Something like building an AI lead qualification system for a real estate agent, or setting up automated follow-up sequences for a coaching business, or creating a customer intake workflow for a home services company. Fixed scope, fixed price, you build it, they pay you, done. Focus on doing a good job and getting them great results. Document everything. Take screenshots, save testimonials. This is the proof that you're going to use to sell everything after. When they're happy that everything is up and running, bring up ongoing help. Most clients don't want to lose the person that just helped their business. They know you, they trust you, and they've seen what you can do. That's a way easier sell than trying to pitch a stranger on a monthly plan. From there, start stacking retainers. 2 clients at $2,000 a month is $4,000. 3 clients is $6,000. Add a project or 2 on top of that, and you're at $10,000. That's not some far off goal. That's just simple math with a few good clients. And as you get more proof, you can charge more. Every result that you get makes the next deal easier. Close projects, turn them into retainers, stack a few monthly clients, raise prices. That's it. Sounds simple, right? But this is where most people get stuck. Let me be real with you for a moment, if I could. Most people watching this will understand everything that I just said, and then go watch more videos instead of taking action. And I know because I did that for months. I was learning, building, tweaking things that nobody had ever seen. I had a good offer, I just wasn't showing it to anyone. And here's the truth. More information does not fix that. Taking action does. Reaching out, applying, getting on the call, even when you don't feel ready, especially when you don't feel ready. When I sent my first cold email campaign, I sent about 200 emails, spent hours setting everything up, researched the tools, wrote what I thought was good copy, set up the sending infrastructure, did all the things, got 0 responses, like not even one. At the time I thought maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I need to learn more, maybe I picked the wrong niche. Maybe I should go back and try to study more frameworks before I start again. But looking back, it was simple. I I just wasn't reaching out to enough people. I wasn't following up. My offer wasn't clear enough. And honestly, my emails probably sounded like everyone else's. Nothing that more studying would have fixed. I only learned what actually worked by doing it wrong the first few times. And you know what? After I got help and adjusted and kept going, things started working. Not perfectly, but enough. Enough to land that first client, enough to build proof, enough to have something real to talk about instead of just theory. Your first tries won't be perfect either, and that's fine. You'll learn more from actually trying once than from sitting around researching for another month. Stop looking for the perfect way to do this. There isn't one. There's just the one that actually gets you to take action. For most people, that's a simple one-time project. Something small, something you can build relatively fast, something that gives you real proof. Close one deal, do a great job, and keep working with that client. That's it. Now here's the part that actually matters. You already have the technical skills. You've been learning, building, getting better. You probably know more about AI automation than 99% of business owners who are desperately in need of these services. But what you don't have yet is proof that your technical skills actually can help real businesses. And the only way to get that is to go get a client. Not after one more video, not after you finish that course, not after everything feels perfect and you feel ready. Perfect and ready never come. Just send the message today. One message today is worth 10 hours of preparing. One awkward sales call is worth 20 YouTube videos. One imperfect project is worth more than 100 demo workflows sitting on your computer that nobody's ever gonna see. The math is simple. The people who take action will get results, and the people who keep preparing will stay stuck. So if you want to land your first or next AI client, you can take part in the 4-week challenge inside of my free school community of like-minded people, where you will find a free course that's honestly better than most paid courses out there, and you'll get direct one-on-one access to me for whatever questions you might have. The link is down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.